So folks, welcome to our Yoga Fundamentals. It's gorgeous to see you all this evening. And the invitation as we begin our practice is to take a comfortable seat or lying out, whichever you prefer for your practice. So whether you prefer to sit, whether you prefer to lie down, if you're sitting, just give yourself a few moments to really find that balance in your pelvis before you extend your spine up. So that's going to give you that lovely healthy curvature into the spine. And if you're lying down, take a little scan of your body. Notice if you're taking your arms wider or closer to you, your feet wider or closer to you, the impact that has on your body, if it will make you feel even more comfortable in stillness. And just take a few moments to allow yourself to arrive to your practice. Gently focusing on your breath, your natural breath, not trying to change it just yet. Just simply noticing the natural movement of your body as you breathe in through the nose, out through the nose, in through the nose, out through the nose. And with each breath, just sensing into that deeper arrival to your practice. The 75 minutes of glorious, delicious focus on your health, on your well-being, on your comfort. Practice designed to make you feel more and more comfortable in your skin. If it feels good, gently begin to deepen your breath in through the nose, activating your abdominal breath practice, allowing your belly to expand on the inhale, creating that space for your lungs, and drawing that belly button back in toward your spine on the exhale, creating this full exchange of breath. I'm going to use this practice to do a counting breath meditation. And what this simply is that you take your full deep inhale, your full deep exhale, and at the end of your exhale in your mind, count 1. On the next round of breath, count 2. On the next round of breath, count 3. So it's just keeping your mind engaged and focused on the breath. And if you lose the count at any stage, that's totally natural. Just as soon as you realize, simply return to the last count that you remember. Maybe that you're resuming at 4. And just simply count up as far as 10. And as soon as you've had 10 full rounds of breath, then gently begin to count backwards. Continue with this practice, your beautiful balanced breathing breath. And if at any stage you forget your count, just simply returning to the last number that you remember. Counting up for 10 breaths. Counting back for 10 breaths. If you have time then to continue back up to 10, just simply moving with this count. Enjoy your breath. Take just 2 more full rounds of breath, wherever your count is. And then after that second round, releasing your breath back to its most natural, most easeful state. Taking a little scan of your body, noticing how you're feeling after just a few minutes. Conscious breath, the counting breath, a beautiful meditative practice that it's easy to activate, be it sitting at your desk, sitting in traffic, waiting to go into the supermarket, whatever feels good. You can activate this at any time. Keeping your gaze soft. You may wish to gently blink open your eyes and just begin to bring a little gentle movement to fingers and toes, hands and feet. And if you are sitting for your breath practice, just moving really mindfully now, nice and slowly, to come to lying out on the mat, nice and long. Gently molding yourself into the mat. And we'll begin to bring movement to hands and feet. And if it feels good on your next inhale, lengthening your body completely, hands over your head, fingertips pointing away, toes towards your face. As you exhale, soften. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and soften. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and soften back down, arms down by your sides. And nice and slowly, gently drawing your knees in toward your chest. And just giving yourself a little hug here, allowing that beautiful release of the low back. Enjoying your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. It may well be that your body has already initiated the movement that it wants right now. So mine has just naturally begun to sway side to side. That's what my body requires this evening. But you may prefer stillness. Your knees may prefer to come forward and back, or maybe into little circles. Whatever feels really good. Completing whatever little bit of movement that you introduce there as you return to stillness and center. And just gently place your left foot to the mat, keeping that knee bent up. And we'll bring those belts around the ball of the foot. So just below the ball of the right foot, just below those toes. So again, that super mindful placement of the belt. Then lengthening through that right leg to whatever point feels perfect for you, making sure you keep that lovely softness in that right knee, that micro bend in the right knee. Gentle energy up into the belt, gentle energy through your heel. Spread those toes. Hogging the muscle to bone, allowing those elbows to meet the mat if your belt is long enough. And if it's comfortable for you to lengthen completely through that left leg, those toes pointing towards the ceiling. And enjoy your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. These beautiful deep breaths facilitating that gorgeous release through the right lower body. Maybe checking in to see if you've created any additional space. Maybe that right foot is able to come a teeny tiny little bit closer toward you. 2 last deep rounds of breath into that right leg. And then gently pass both sides of your belt to your right hand, holding your left hip, your left leg super solid to the mat. Gently, gently releasing that right leg nice and slowly to the right, only as much as is comfortable while that left hip, that left leg remains in place. Check in on those principles, soft knee, gentle energy into the belt, gentle energy through that right heel. And if it's comfortable, you might like to extend your left arm from your body. If that feels good, maybe even bringing your gaze over toward your left hand, so creating a little bit of a twist or a gentle stretch into the neck while we release the right lower body. Enjoy your breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. One last full round of breath here. And then again, gently begin the transition, bringing your gaze back to center first if you had that gaze over to your left hand. Activating the core muscles so that on your next inhale, you're gently inhaling that right leg nice and slowly back to center. Slow, slow, contained movement. Gentle settling in center, and then passing both sides of the belt to your left hand. Remember that left leg stays in the same place. That right foot just gently over midline, in line with your left shoulder. Right femur descending, soft knee, energy to the belt. And again, if it's comfortable, you can extend your right arm from your body and bring your gaze over toward your right hand, only if that feels good. Enjoy your breath, in through the nose and out through the nose. We're going to extend this sequence tonight. On your next exhale, gently releasing that right leg all the way over to the left, allowing your left foot to come onto baby toe edge. You're still continuing to hold your belt so that right leg is suspended and supported. And if it's comfortable for you to keep your gaze over towards your right hand, you're doing a really deep twist here. Again, just finding whatever feels good for you. So if your gaze toward the ceiling, your arm down by your side is better, that's perfect. Whatever is perfect for your practice. Enjoy your breath. Take one more full round of breath here. And then again, we'll begin the transition back to center by bringing the gaze back to center first. And then as you inhale, inhaling that right leg nice and slowly back to center, again, using those core muscles to help it back up, returning that left foot to making that full footprint. So those toes are back pointing toward the ceiling. You've settled in center, and then you gently draw your right knee in toward the right side of your chest, release your belt. Hold on to that knee as you continue to extend through your left leg, and enjoy your breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Gently circling that right foot, about 5 times in each direction, allowing any of those lovely little creaks or cracks, pops of release. Beautiful. Gently extending your right leg fully. Just taking a few moments to appreciate that gorgeous softening through that right lower body. Gently guiding those feet back up, knees bent, drawing your left knee in towards your left side of your chest now as you take your belt and bring your belt around the ball of the left foot just below those toes. Lengthening through that left leg, again nice and soft, knee, gentle energy into the belt, gentle energy through that heel. Your elbows can reach the mat if your belt is long enough. And you can gently extend through that right leg flat to the mat, toes pointing toward the ceiling. Enjoy your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. Gorgeous release through the left lower body now. Allowing your body to release with each and every breath. Checking in, seeing if you've created any more space in that left leg. Potentially that left foot comes a teeny tiny bit closer to you. Breathing into that left leg. One last deep breath. And then gently pass both sides of your belt to your left hand, holding your right hip, your right leg stable to the mat. Gently release that left leg to the left. Again, only as much as is comfortable while that right hip, right leg remains stable. Check in on those principles in your left leg, soft knee, gentle energy to the belt and through that heel. And if it's comfortable, extending your right arm from your body and bringing your gaze over toward your right hand. Again, only if it's comfortable for your practice. Enjoy your breath. That's a non-negotiable. In through the nose and out through the nose. If we did nothing but lie on the mats and breathe, that's time well spent. Enjoy your breath. One last full round of breath here, in through the nose and out through the nose. And then we'll begin the transition, bringing the gaze back to center, then activating those core muscles so that they're helping you on your next breath as you gently inhale that left leg nice and slowly back to center. Pausing and settling in center, and then gently passing both sides of the belt to your right hand. Keeping your right leg as it is, gently guide that left foot just 3 to 4 inches across midline in line with your right shoulder. Left femur descending, soft knee, gentle energy into that belt. And again, if it's comfortable, you can extend that left arm from your body and bring your gaze over toward your left hand. One more deep round of breath here. And then like on the other side, we're going to extend this sequence into a supported twist. So we're going to allow that left leg all the way over to the right, bringing that right foot onto baby toe edge. So we're not trying to keep that right footprint toward the ceiling anymore. That right baby toe edge of the foot can connect with the mat. If it's comfortable to keep the gaze over toward your left hand, that's just deepening this twist. And breathing into it, in through the nose and out through the nose. These twists are just so good for us. For spinal health, for digestive health. One last full round of breath here. And then at the end of the exhale, just gently drawing your gaze back to center. And on your next inhale, inhaling that left leg nice and slowly back to center. Bringing that right leg back so that right foot is making that full footprint again. Allowing yourself to settle in center and then gently drawing that left knee in toward the left side of your chest, releasing your belt, holding onto that left knee as you continue to extend through your right leg. Again, just focus in on the breath, in through the nose and out through the nose. And gently beginning to circle that left foot about 5 times in each direction. Give yourself that lovely release. Beautiful. And then gently extending that left leg fully and just taking a few moments to appreciate that release that you've created from that sequence. And then gently taking those feet hip width apart and bringing your right ankle over your left knee. Again, you can, if you want to, you can keep your left foot plugging into the mat and just gently guide your right knee away. Or if it's comfortable for you, you can take that left leg to tabletop, take your hands and draw them in behind that left thigh, or you can use your belt to give you more space. Making full footprints with your feet, so that keeps the muscle energy engaged. And gently guiding your left knee toward you and right knee away, a very subtle physical movement to create an opening into that right hip, and breathe into it. In through the nose, out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. One last deep breath here. And then gently, gently release that left foot nice and slowly back to the mat. Release that right foot. Take a moment, allow that gorgeous settling of energy. And then take your left ankle over your right knee. Again, if you want to keep your right foot pressing into the mat, you can just gently guide that left knee away. That might be plenty of opening for you for tonight. Or if it's comfortable, to bring that right leg to tabletop, drawing those hands or your belt in around that right thigh, and then settling back to the mat. Full footprints with your feet, activating the opposing energy, gently guiding your right knee towards you and left knee away, breathing into that left hip. In through the nose, out through the nose. Focusing on that awakening in your left hip. One last deep, deep breath into that left hip. And then gently, gently release your right foot to the mat. Release your left foot to the mat. And just take a moment to let that energy settle. Going to come through to happy baby pose. So gently drawing those knees wider than your chest, as if they're going toward your armpits, and draw your forearms in between your legs. So those forearms are against your calves, and then take your baby toe edge of your feet and gently draw the soles of your feet toward the ceiling as the knees descend toward the mat. Keeping your sit bones as close to the mat as is comfortable. And you can always use your belt here around your feet if you need that extra little bit of space, that extra bit of length. And enjoy your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. You might like to take a little movement in your happy baby. So again, if we replicate the babies that we see so comfortably doing this, there will often be a little bit of a sway or a little bit of movement. So if that feels good for you, or indeed if you prefer to stay still, that's perfect too. Just again, a nice bit of attention to the hips. If you took movement, gently releasing the movement now, drawing the soles of your feet together, bringing those hands in between your legs to catch the outside of your ankles, And then gently allowing your sit bones to descend back to the mat, holding on to your ankles. So you're allowing that. So it's like you're kind of in like a seated cobbler's pose, lying down. So enjoy your breath in through the nose and out through the nose, just sensing into that softening. Might be minuscule, but owning every little ounce or drop of softness that you're creating with each round of breath. Going to gently release the hands, keeping the soles of the feet together, to gently allow your feet to come to the mat. So you're in reclined cobbler's pose, soles of the feet together, right knee out to the right, left knee out to the left. If it's comfortable to take your arms into I surrender arms or cactus arms. And enjoy your breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. One last deep breath here, and then gently take your hands down to your legs to assist yourself back to center. And just gently take the hands either side of the body and assist ourselves back up, coming to our hands and knees, bringing that lovely mindful mobility that we always do into the spine in our cat and dog pose. So coming to your hands and knees, taking the time to set yourself up here, hips over knees, shoulders over elbows, over wrists. Focus of the energy into that index knuckle with a gentle internal rotation of the forearms. And when you've established your foundations, gently moving with your breath, the breath again being the most important thing here. As you exhale, drawing your chin towards your chest and curling your spine towards the ceiling like a cat. And as you inhale, allowing the belly to descend, the heart to open, the gaze to come forward. So moving on your own breath. If an extra little release in your low back would feel good tonight, you can tuck your insteps in, and at the top of your cat, you can gently descend your heels towards your bum towards your heels, excuse me. As you inhale, coming through to dog. Again, just finding whatever feels perfect for your practice tonight. One last round. And then gently return to neutral. We can take those toes back under. We're going to do our Prowling tiger pose. So gently draw your left foot back, toes to the mat, Activate your inner thigh to slowly bring that left foot to hip height, keeping that tailbone lengthening, ensuring not to collapse. When you do that, extending your right arm forward, thumb towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, draw back down. We're going to activate that same muscle energy on the other side, taking that right foot back, toes to the mat, engaging the inner thigh, bringing that right foot to hip height. If we have the balance, extending the left arm forward, thumb toward the ceiling, and gently releasing to center. So moving on your own breath, as you inhale, extend through one side and come back to center as you exhale. And on your next inhale, extending through the other side and coming back to center. Keeping that beautiful muscle energy that we activated in the first round. So we always want to be beautifully contained in our movement. One last round. And then return to center. We're going to come into our first downward dog of the evening. So if you want a long dog, you can come through plank, or if you'd like a nice short dog, you can just literally lift those knees up to bring yourself into down dog from your hands and knees positioning, whatever feels really good for you this evening. And you can bend those knees, send those upper thigh bones back, get that extra little release of the spine from the pelvis, soft shoulders, plugging into those index knuckles, enjoying your breath, sensing into this beautiful length in your side body. Gently beginning to walk your dog, bending one knee at a time, opposite heel descending toward the mat. And then gently walk the feet one at a time to come towards your hands for forward fold, our first forward fold, knees bent, nice and deep, allowing your belly to rest on your thighs. Your head hangs heavy, your arms hang heavy, sit bones toward the ceiling. Inhale for half lift, extending the crown of your head forward. You can take the palms to the shins to give you that extra length. Exhale, fold, bow over your legs. Plug those feet, zip those legs as we inhale and root and rise and bring those hands through center. Gorgeous. So we're going to come to our Tadasana pose, our mountain pose, and just find that gorgeous balance and alignment. Now, I am going to do a minute of quite an energizing breath practice. So I know it's not like crazy late, but if you did plan on having an exceptionally early night this evening, this might not be the one to do for you. So the invitation, if you'd like to just kind of stay nice and calm, is just to find your Tadasana, establish that stacking, that alignment, those foundations, and just close down your eyes and focus on the breath. Or if, like me, you kind of could do with a little bit of an energizer, the Bliss Breath is we break the inhale into 3 parts. So we inhale and bring the arms forward, inhale and bring the arms out, inhale and bring the arms up. And as we exhale, sweep through to chair pose. So inhale, 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 exhale for chair pose. So again, if you'd like to stay nice and calm, just literally take your beautiful balanced breath in your Tadasana, or if you'd like the energy, we'll do the Bliss Breath. So moving on your own breath. Pushing your exhale through your mouth. So we're really shortening the exhale. One last round. End in an extended mountain. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And as you exhale, draw those hands through center. Gorgeous. Sense into that beautiful movement of energy through your body. Maybe gently close down your eyes. Sense into that. For me, it feels like a bubbling through my body. Feels really good. Beautiful. Release your hands. We're coming to the backs of our mat. Just going to take a little sip of water first. Excuse me. So coming to the back of your mat, again, in your Tadasana pose. Equally through all four corners of your feet. Again, keeping those shoulders nice and soft, that spine nice and long. As you inhale, the arms up. And as you exhale, lean over to the right, plugging through your left sole of your foot. So you've got a beautiful length through the left side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, plug through that right foot as you release the hands toward the left. Again, creating that beautiful length in the right side body. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plug those feet, zip those legs. Inhale and root to rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, zip those legs as we root to rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Hold your fold this time and gently walk your hands out the mat to come to forward board pose or plank pose. Keep that tailbone lengthening. Push that floor away and hold your plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Enjoy your breath here. This beautiful restorative pose. Nice deep inhales, nice deep exhales. Sensing into that beautiful length. Inhale and fold, float forward. Again, back into plank pose. Okay, yes, so these like words like gentle and float, making us feel like it's not as torturous as it is. We're holding our plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Again, remember at any stage in our practice, the invitation is to take a little child's pose, to take a down dog at any stage. If you don't fancy the next plank, you might just stay in your down dog, whatever feels really good in your practice. Inhale, lift those heels and float forward, forward board pose, plank pose. Push the floor away. And we're going to move into a side plank. So pivoting onto the knife edge of the right foot. Now, I like to bring my left foot in front of me, about halfway up the mat with the knee bent, and draw that left hand toward the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently return to center, coming to plank, and then lifting those sit bones for downward facing dog. Again, taking just a nice little stretch and release in the down dog. Make my way to the other side before we do plank, side plank on the left hand side. So just another couple of breaths in your down dog. Inhale and float forward, forward board pose, plank pose. And we're going to pivot to side plank on the left side, allowing the left foot to come to baby toe edge, bringing the right foot in front and drawing your right hand toward the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently releasing back to center. Bring that right leg back in plank pose, and then release those sit bones to come back to downward facing dog. Enjoy your breath here, in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. We're going to do 3 of one of my favorite little kind of flow sequences that I'm using at the moment. So we'll inhale and float forward, forward board pose. Exhale, release the pelvis toward the mat, open up the heart for upward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale in up dog, and then as you exhale, drawing the belly button back to the spine for down dog. So we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift the heels, forward board pose. Exhale, drawing the pelvis toward the mat, opening up the heart, up dog. Nice deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, up and back to down dog. Inhale, float forward, forward board pose, plank pose. Exhale, pelvis toward the mat, opening up the heart. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And just take a little movement into your down dog if that feels good. Gently release that movement, and we're going to take a nice child's pose. So taking the knees super wide as the mat, big toes together, and gently drawing your bum back towards your heels. You can take those arms out in front to begin, just feeling that beautiful length in the side body. If it's comfortable for your head to come to the mat, that's fine, but it's probably more important to keep your head a little higher to help your pelvis descend toward your heels. After a couple of deep rounds of breath, gently drawing your hands to create fists to make a little pillow for your forehead. And really enjoying your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And with each round of breath, allowing yourself to descend a little deeper into your child's pose. Two more deep rounds of breath here. And then gently releasing your forehead, taking your hands back to your mat to walk yourself up. And actually, we better do our kind of feet strengthening, hadn't we? So we'll tuck the toes under if that's comfortable. So we've been doing this for, a good few months now, maybe even a year. It's kind of hard to keep track of time. With the toes tucked under, gently sitting down onto the heels, sensing into that gorgeous length in the spine. As if you've got a string holding your spine toward holding your skull toward the ceiling, softening down your shoulders. We'll inhale the arms up, and as we exhale, take your right hand over your left and give yourself a big hug. Hugging those shoulder blades. We can take a little sway here. Again, if at any stage this is too much on your feet, do kneel up. Gorgeous. Inhale the arms out, and as you exhale, draw them down. Kneel up and just point and flex those feet. Gorgeous. And if it's comfortable, to come back down. Inhale the arms up, and as you exhale, taking your left arm over your right to give yourself a hug on the other side. Again, taking a little movement if that feels good for you. Enjoy your breath. On your next inhale, opening the arms wide, and as you exhale, float them down, and we'll point and flex those feet again. Gorgeous. So making your way up to standing. And again, we're going to do a nice balance sequence, beginning in our Tadasana, our mountain pose. So establish those foundations and keep that pelvis nice and settled. And when we've got that beautiful, beautiful foundation established, really rooting through your left foot, making sure to keep your knee soft when you do this. And just gently take your right foot just a couple of inches up in front of you. Again, we're really sensing into that balance in the pelvis and how we can maintain that. And then just gently begin to circle your right foot, just about 5 times in each direction. And then gently release back to the mat. We'll root through that right foot and just take your left foot just above the mat, just in front of you. Again, sensing into that balance. And just begin to circle that left foot. Again, about 5 times in each direction, just tracking the balance in. And actually, it's a nice relief after that, after that foot strengthener there. Gently release back to the mat. Gorgeous. We're going to plug through that left foot now and take your right toes to the mat with the sole of the foot against your left ankle. Now we'll keep that balance. So you want to make sure you're not cocking that right hip. If it's comfortable for you to stay right here, that's absolutely perfect. Or if it's available, you might bring your right foot to the inside of your left calf or to the inside of your left leg, whatever feels really good. Again, making sure to keep that balance in your pelvis. Finding something still that you can keep your gaze on to help you with your balance, so nice drishti. If it's comfortable then, taking your hands together in front of your heart. And if it's available, inhaling those arms above your head and bringing a little space between the arms as if you're holding a beach ball. Enjoy your breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. And gently drawing those hands back down through center. Releasing that right leg, giving that left leg a good shake out. Nice tree pose. Establishing your foundations once more in your Tadasana, your mountain pose, rooting through your right leg. Again, keeping that lovely softness in your right knee and gently taking the left toes to the mat, left sole of the foot against the right ankle. Gently drawing that left foot to the calf if available, or to the inside of your right thigh. Activating that opposing energy, stepping that left foot into the right leg, that right leg back. Keeping that balance in your pelvis. Again, finding something stationary that you can look at to help you with your balance. If you have a wobble, have a little laugh. And gently taking your hands in prayer in front of your heart. And if it's available on your next inhale, extending your arms over your head and bringing in a little bit of space as if you're holding a beach ball. And again, if you have a little sway, that's perfect. Enjoy your breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. Again, keeping those shoulder blades nice and soft. Beautiful. Gently drawing those hands down through center, and releasing that left foot. Again, giving yourself a nice shake out there. Beautiful. Now it's time to come back to the mat already. So taking yourself to the mat and bringing your back to the mat, we'll take our nice bridge pose. So back flat to the mat, feet slightly wider than hip width apart. Close enough that if you kind of reach down, you could touch your feet. Plugging the back of your head, the backs of your upper arms, the backs of your shoulders. Most importantly, plugging through those feet as we inhale those hips toward the ceiling. And enjoy your breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. Really sensing into the movement into your back body, seeing if you can get the movement right into your back ribs. Movement of your breath, I mean. So really filling the rib cage. One last deep inhale. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly releasing your body vertebra by vertebra to the mat. Gorgeous. We're going to take another nice deep twist. I know we did a nice twist at the start of the practice. So extending that right leg flat to the mat and bringing your left leg to tabletop. Taking your right hand to the outside of your left knee, gently drawing your left knee over to the right, allowing your right foot to come with you, and opening up your left arm from your body and bringing your gaze towards your left hand if that's available for a super twist to complete our physical practice. Enjoy your breath. One last deep breath here. And then gently return to center, keeping that left leg in tabletop position until you get to the top. And then extending that left leg fully. Taking that right leg to tabletop, the left hand to the outside of the right knee, and just gently guiding that right knee over to the left, allowing your left foot to come onto baby toe edge with you. Opening up your right arm from your body and bringing your gaze over towards your right hand. If that feels good. A beautiful twist. In through the nose and out through the nose. One last deep breath here. And then gently, gently making your way back to center, keeping that right leg in tabletop until you get back to center. And then settling in center as you extend that right leg. It's time for Shavasana. Grabbing whatever you need to be the most comfortable that you can be. Establishing yourself back on the mat. You might need a blanket or a jumper, just something cozy. Gently closing down the eyes. Our traditional Shavasana pose, long on the mat, feet about 8 to 10 inches apart, arms either side of your body, either palms facing inward or in or up toward the ceiling. And to take a couple of minutes to establish the breath here. And then for the final few minutes of our practice, I'm going to bring you through a beautiful Himalayan meditative body scan, a point of light meditation. Establishing yourself first in Shavasana, taking a scan of your body. Notice how you're feeling. Notice if there's anything that you can do to bring more comfort. Settling into your breath, in through the nose. Slow, slow exhale through the nose. With each round of breath, just allowing yourself to release a little deeper into the mat, welcoming the benefits, the integration, the balancing of your practice. This point of light meditation is designed to balance the entire body and mind, aligning all energies. As you rotate from point to point, as I guide you, imagining a starlight point of light illuminating at that point of your body. Beginning with your third eye center, the point between your eyebrows, point of light. Throat center, point of light. Your right shoulder joint, point of light. Your right elbow joint, point of light. Your right wrist joint, point of light. The tip of your right thumb, point of light. Tip of your right index finger, point of light. The tip of your right middle finger, point of light. Tip of your right ring finger, point of light. Tip of your right baby finger, point of light. Your right wrist joint, point of light. Your right elbow joint, point of light. Your right shoulder joint, point of light. Throat center, point of light. Your left shoulder joint, point of light. Your left elbow joint, point of light. Your left wrist joint, point of light. Tip of your left thumb, point of light. left index finger, point of light. Tip of the left middle finger, point of light. Tip of the left ring finger, point of light. Tip of the left baby finger, point of light. Left wrist joint, point of light. Left elbow joint, point of light. Left shoulder joint, point of light. Throat center, point of light. Heart center, the center of your chest, point of light. Left nipple, point of light. Heart center, point of light. Right nipple, point of light. Heart center, point of light. Navel center, point of light. Pelvic center, point of light. Right hip joint, point of light. Right knee, point of light. Right ankle, point of light. Right big toe, point of light. Second toe, point of light. Third toe, point of light. Fourth toe, point of light. Baby toe, point of light. Right ankle, point of light. Right knee, point of light. Right hip, point of light. Pelvic center, point of light. Left hip joint, point of light. Left knee, point of light. Left ankle, point of light. Left big toe, point of light. Second toe, point of light. Third toe, point of light. Fourth toe, point of light. Left baby toe, point of light. Left ankle, point of light. Left knee, point of light. Left hip, point of light. Pelvic center, point of light. Navel center, point of light. Heart center, point of light. Throat center, point of light. Third eye center, point between your eyebrows, point of light. Imagine all lights illuminating at once. allowing that light, that warmth to radiate in and from your body with each breath, allowing each and every cell to balance. A deepening breath, introducing a little movement to your fingers, to your toes, to your hands and your feet, until it feels perfect to gently, gently roll over to your right, using your hands as a pillow. Pausing here for a deep breath, and then gently assisting yourself back to a seated position, keeping the eyes gently closed, bringing your hands together in front of your heart, bowing your head to your own heart, to each other's hearts, and the eternal heart. Thank you all so much for practicing with me this evening. Namaste.